Merging duplicates in FamilySearch tree. What is a duplicate as referred to in FamilySearch? When one or more entries are submitted for one person. Instead of one John Smith, there are many John Smiths, all having the same parents and/or children and spouses. There might be one duplicate for a person or over 100 duplicates. What causes these duplicates? Most have been caused when the previous FamilySearch program closed down and that information was imported over to the present program. Some are caused by other users of FamilySearch, and some duplicates are created when adding new people and not realizing that the person is already in the system. Things to consider when merging duplicates. Relationships are the most important thing to go by when considering a merge. Spelling of names varied, borders of the counties and states changed through the years. Birth dates can even be off by a couple of years. It is especially true of census records. A lot depended on the census taker, what he thought he heard them say, and maybe the family wasn't home, so he asked the neighbors for information on the family. Sometimes a person decided to go by their middle name instead of their first name, or fudged their birth date for various reasons. Be aware that naming patterns exist in many places. They name their children after their parents and siblings and grandparents, so many cousins will have the same name. And often when a child died, the parents would give the same name to the next child born of the same sex. Anytime you see a number out by the phrase possible duplicate, it is telling you that you have that many duplicates. You must resolve them if you are submitting them to the temple. Also, a feature called Find Similar People. It will bring up a list of people that could be duplicates. Sometimes the family search engines don't pick up people that match yours, maybe because they went by their nickname instead of their first name, or they were listed with another spouse or some other piece of information that was different. It is a good idea to check this list out. It might help you find other family members or duplicates that weren't picked up. The first one on the list is what you already have on your tree. It's there so you can reference it with what's on the list. When you go into to merge a duplicate, it will let you view the hints and research suggestions too. You can say not a match here if they're really different, but I would suggest you always click on Review Merge and at least look at things. So resolving duplicates is an easy process. The hard part sometimes is knowing if a person has enough criteria to warrant a merge. I will take you through the process with Joshua Buckley. Click on Possible Duplicates. There are 7 duplicates for Joshua Buckley. The first name is not spelled the same, but that is not unusual. The last name is spelled like my Joshua Buckley. All the records agree that he was born in 1819 and that he was married to Lucy. I know that my Lucinda Atkinson sometimes went by the name Lucy. I took the liberty of looking at each one of these duplicates, and each of them have one child listed, which match up with one of the 12 children Joshua and Lucinda had, with their birth dates about a year off, which again is not unusual. Now I could just resolve all 7 duplicates on Joshua and all 7 duplicates on Lucy, but this will create a lot of duplicate children, which I would have to clean up. I will have to clean up regardless of which way I do it, or I can resolve and merge the child and parents one at a time. I personally feel this is a better way to do it. In this case, it doesn't matter which way you choose to do it. I will show you the latter way, merging one at a time so that you can see how to merge by ID. So I will click on Review Merge. Everything on the left stays, everything on the right goes away at the end of the merge. A general rule is move over from the right to the left anything that is better or has more complete information. Also move from right to left any members of the family who do not have the same personal identification number. My information on the left is better, so I will not move anything over. Everything on the right will automatically fall away. Going down the page, Lucy has a different PIN, and so does child Margaret C. Buckley, so I will move both over to the left. If I don't, these people will be disconnected from this family, and they might have important information attached to them, so you always want to move them over and then clean things up after the merge. So here they have moved over, but now I have a duplicate wife and a duplicate child Margaret. That's okay, we will fix it. I click on Continue Merge. If I declared it is not a match, I could click here. If I'm not sure or want to do some more exploring, click on Cancel. Or if I think they are a match, click on Continue Merge. It will ask you to give a reason. Ideally, you should include the names and PIN or personal identification number of the people you are talking about rather than just saying duplicate. Click on Finish the Merge. Now Joshua has duplicate wives named Lucy or Lucinda and duplicate children named Margaret, so we will fix these duplicates. Joshua has the same PIN, so we don't need to do anything to him. A general rule is to resolve the children first and then the parents. I will copy the PIN number of this Margaret and go into the person page of Margaret Catherine Buckley because she has the most complete information. We are now on Margaret Catherine Buckley's person page. We know that because she is in bold lettering. Click on Merge by ID. Insert the PIN number that you have copied from Margaret C. and then click Continue. Information on the left is better, so I don't move anything over here. But down the page, Joshua's PIN is the same, but Lucy's PIN is not. But I have to bring them over together, so I do. Then click on Continue Merge. Give a reason for your merge, then click Finish the Merge. You see that Margaret has two sets of parents. The father's PIN number is the same, but the mother's are not, so I will merge the mothers. I will do the same thing for Lucy that I did for Margaret. Copy the PIN of Lucy and go into Lucinda L. Atkinson person page because she has the most complete information. Click on Merge by ID and insert Lucy's PIN number in the box. Again, information on the left is better, so I just leave it alone. You can reject the information on the right if you desire, but it isn't necessary. It only helps you know which information you have reviewed. I don't have to drag anything over now because Joshua Buckley's PIN number is the same and Margaret Catherine Buckley's PIN is the same. I just leave them alone. Give a reason for the merge and click Finish Merge. We now have a clean family with no duplicates showing. I went back in and did the same thing with the other 6 duplicates for Joshua and Lucinda. If I merged them and then realized it was a mistake, I could go into the latest changes and click on Last Merge I made and undo it. If you or other people have come in and made other changes in the meantime, click on Show All to bring up all the archived changes. It would take me to this screen and I could click Unmerge and it will ask for a reason. We always have to give a reason while we make any changes. If I wanted to restore Joshua Buckley, who was deleted, I would click under his name. On the summary card that appears, click Person. Then click Restore Person. It will ask you to give a reason why you are restoring. Then click Restore again. When you restore an archived record, the surviving record does not change back to what it was before the merge. It retains all the information copied from the deleted person, which can even include memories. If I was unsure whether or not to merge someone, I can click under the possible duplicate's name to bring up their summary box, go to their person page and look at all their information, dates, sources, family relationships, and so forth, before I make any merges. When you're adding sources or hints and you see a black triangle saying this source is attached to someone else, you always want to check it out for a possible duplicate. Go into this other person's details page by clicking on their PIN and check out their sources, facts, relationships on this other person. The source could be attached by mistake, and if it is, you can detach the source and attach it to your person's sources. Be sure to give a reason of why you are doing it. If it turns out that it is a duplicate, copy the ID and merge it by ID with your person. If you are submitting temple work and you get this warning sign saying the person has duplicates, you will need to resolve those before you can submit their name to the temple list. Sometimes duplicates are added without realizing this person is already in the system. Let's add a spouse to Paul Overholt. I put in what information I know. When you add a new person, the program shows you possible people that may already be in the system that match your person. Look down the list and see if any do match. If you are not sure, the best thing to do is add them by clicking on Create New, and then you can look for duplicates after you have gathered more information on your person. I happen to know that this Fanny Golden is the one I want. These are her parents, and this is her birth and death years. So I click on Add Person. When you do an Add Person, it will bring over any family members connected to them as well. Be aware of duplicate children within a family. The search engines don't always identify these. A common mistake is a person finds an ancestor who has a green box, indicating they may need temple work. Before you submit that person, look for other siblings in the family with the same name. As you know, if a baby dies in infancy and the parents have another child, they will often name the next child who is the same sex the same name. But both of these Williams were born in July 1879, so there is a good possibility that these are the same person. They are not likely to be twins with the same name. I would, however, before I assumed anything, look through the sources and other people that might be connected to both Williams. Make sure one of them isn't a stepson. If there are no conflicts, go ahead and merge the two of the Williams. If temple ordinances are done on either one, it will always move over to the left with the surviving person. Here are some things to know before merging. Duplicate records of living people can only be merged by those who created the records. You cannot merge records of a living person with a record of a deceased person. If necessary, change the death information on the living person, then go through the merge. Open details. Read reason statements. Keep the version with a preferred reason statement. Memories do not display on the screen. However, all memories and notes and discussions and sources are merged automatically to the person on the left. A life sketch does not automatically merge. Choose Add or Replace. If you need additional help, go to the Help menu and click on the Help Center. Type in some keywords in the search bar, and you will find articles such as these where you can gather more information. This concludes this presentation. May all the duplicates in your tree become one. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.